What's up, fellas? It's your main man, back on the scene with another video. These were the good old days, man. This stuff was fun. Going to the record store was fun. Blockbuster, the video store, all that stuff was fun. Walking the store, had all that goodness around, posters, music playing, videos playing, people talking, making recommendations, the interaction. I miss that. Something about downloads is just sold. You click, you download, it's over. I mean, there's an advantage of storage, but the soul, the feel, is all gone. They made a little bit of a comeback. There's some vinyl stores around. There's a lot of people like vinyl, but I don't think it's ever going to go back to the way it was. Let's check out a little bit of this article. It's a little bit long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a couple paragraphs. I will link it. If you're too young to remember the magic of Tower Records, here's what you missed. Imagine if iTunes was an actual store you could wander around and for as long as you liked, with music blaring the whole time. That was Tower. This is true. Well, look at the picture here. See the posters and all that. It's just the visual is missing. That's what made the record store. I used to love going to the record store. Listening to music is a deeply personal experience. Some songs will make certain people happy, while those same tunes will just as reliably make other people cry. Incredible as it may seem, today the mundane act of acquiring music also used to be personal, or at least required a personal investment. You'd hear a song on the radio or see a band at a local dive, decide you want more, and then make your way to your favorite record store to buy an LP. This is true. We used to hear stuff on the radio, then we go ride our bicycles to the record store to get a record. Buy an LP or 45. Physical effort was required, as well as time and money. If you were cool, you were cool. If you were an asshole, then you were treated like an asshole. Turns out that working in a record store was equally personal for the folks behind the counter, in the stock room, or out at corporate HQ. As a 2015 documentary, All Things Must Pass, directed by Sacramento, California native Colin Hanks, so movingly explains. Hanks' subject is his favorite hometown record store, Tower Records, which began its climb in local dominance in 1941. I didn't know it was around that long. When a Sacramento teenager named Russ Solomon and his druggist father, Clayton, sold used 3-cent jukebox 78s to their soda fountain customers for a dime. Yeah, that was back when the drugstore had like a counter and sodas and stuff like that. For these humble roots grew the international empire of Tower Records. In 1961, the younger Solomon opened the first official Tower Records, complete with its famous red on yellow signage on Sacramento's Watt Avenue. In 1968 and 1970, Tower opened larger locations in San Francisco and Los Angeles, respectively. The first string of immensely profitable stores in Japan followed in 1979 and then in 1983. Yeah, I think American stuff was very popular in Japan at that time. The company opened a 4-story temple to music in one of the most rundown sections of New York City. As with the locations in San Francisco, LA, and throughout Japan, the New York City Tower was an enormous success. By 1999, Tower was operating more than 150 stores in almost 24 countries, generating annual revenues of $1 billion. It's a lot. But in 2004, the company was forced into bankruptcy. Man, that's like 5 years later. A victim of his own unchecked appetite for expansion, greedy, cutthroat competition from consumer electronics retailers, tone deaf marketing decisions on the part of the record industry, and viral file sharing applications like Napster. Yeah, Napster just killed that stuff, man, because it was free. 2 years later, in 2006, Tower's assets were unceremoniously liquidated. In Hank's film, grown men and women who, as 20 somethings, had gleefully hopped aboard what was called the Russ Bus openly weep at their memory of their beloved company's catastrophic demise. I get that because as a kid in the late 1960s and early 70s, my favorite place to buy music was the Tower in San Francisco, which consumed the corner of Columbus Avenue and Bay Street. I bought plenty of records at other places. The Record King in San Rafael and Village Music in Mill Valley. Got a fair amount of my pocket money, but Tower was always the most fun. It was 5,000 square feet of wall-to-wall vinyl as far as the eye could see. Imagine if iTunes was an actual store you could actually wander around in for as long as you like with music blaring the whole time. That was Tower. Yeah, check it out. That must have been the first store. So it was a drugstore. You know, they probably still, again, soda fountain and all that stuff. Yeah, my favorite record store when I was a kid was Varsity Music, downtown New Brunswick. I don't know if it was Varsity Records or Varsity Music, but that was my favorite store, man. The dude, same thing they're talking about here. You hear a song on the radio, go on to Varsity. I'm not sure what it's called, but they said this and that, blah, blah. Oh, you mean this. Then he'd take it out the package, play it. Yeah, that's the record. And you buy it. Anyways, that was good old days, guys, man. I miss that stuff. Again, you can't be free. That's why Napster killed it. And digital does have the advantage of storage. Because I have a few thousand songs on my hard drive. If I had a few thousand records, yeah, that would take a lot of space. But I do still have a thing for physical media. And vinyl records have made a comeback. They're never going to be as big as they once were. But they did make a sizable comeback. So some stores have popped up. I think we have one downtown here, a record store. Yeah, we do. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Drop a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you fellas in the next video. Peace.